I don't lose oil trades very often. I do lose them, but not very often. That helps for sure. Yeah, sorry, just looking at this oil trade really quick. Just got to make a decision here. I'm in 2/10 size, and I want to scale to 10/10 on this one. So I got to scale kind of fast through my tenths. I think I'll wait. Okay. So it's 12:08, August 2nd. Wow. We're not getting any younger, any of us, just to be clear. This is the midday review, chart review, trade setup. I do have some. I'm looking at a list of notes. Man, I'm supposed to be in semi-retirement. I have 5 handwritten pages of notes for various things that were floating around. Wow. That's better than the 1,200 point to-do list. But anyway, pardon me, sorry about my allergies. Some cleanup stuff real quick. So the AGIO trade, AGIO. So what did I do wrong? Did I actually lose on that one though? I don't know if I did or I didn't. I can't remember. I'll check the account here right away. AGIO. Well, why don't we just go to my alerts? Make sure peeps out there and whatever land know that I'm actually transparent. Day trade. Isn't that what our day trade alerts? Well, that's funky. What is our Twitter for the alerts? Day trades. It seems really odd. Oh, I got a question in the oil room. Hey Kurt, I would have thought that oil progressed down to test support. Fib thoughts. Oh, good Lord. Not sure. I don't know. What do you guys think? Will oil go down to test the support of the fib? That's a good question. I have a lot of stuff going on here. This is out of control. Oh, looks like our tech is about to take a position here. Really? That would be interesting. Sorry, it's one of our techs in the oil room here. Oil, okay, he's going to get nattery too. Sorry guys, there's a couple things going on here. PMs and all kinds of stuff going on. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah. AGIO. So that was a day trade I tried today. I was on top of the move properly. That wasn't the problem. I was all over it actually. I believe I mistimed it. Wow. People in the room have gotten really good about not DMing me while I'm doing sessions. But holy cannoli, people out there in Twitter land. Come on. charting. Okay, let's bring up, well, let's start with the daily. I love this chart. It's a great chart. So it got up to the 200. It tested its MAs, bounced, tested its MAs again, and bounced. It does have earnings coming up. It got quite a bounce today. Now, if we look at the 5-minute chart and we go to my alerts, let's break this down really quick. $9.34, AGIO, 200 shares, 62.05. Hasn't ever come off. So 5-minute, 9.34, 62.05. So I had VWAP and I hit it. Did I have expanding volume? So I hit it right here. So I was a little late. I should have hit it right there, 61.59. I had the MACD, I had the stock RSI, I had the squeeze momentum, and I did have expanding volume from open. So that was a proper execution, just a little late. But the bid and ask, the spread was so wide on me. I had a hard time getting filled. Then, $63.19, I added 200 at 9.35, $63.19. So I was into the next candle. It confirmed. Volume confirmed. All my indicators confirmed. And I was up over the quarter. So there's actually nothing wrong with that entry. That follows the rules. Then I added again at 62.58. And I was out at 62.32. So I lost a couple $100. Pardon me, sorry. So it's just the way it is when you don't get the second and third, fourth, fifth legs. It's kind of frustrating because day trading has been tough lately. I've researched and studied some other well-known traders who are actually experiencing the same thing I am. There are a few that are reporting wins, but it's much more difficult to confirm. So it is a bit of an aggravation for sure. But you know, when you do it right, you know, a couple $100 on that size of entries is really nothing. Because I was you know, I was playing that one to win. I was going to go 5 deep. Then GLUU, that one I think I was just late because I had my attention to it after. GLUU, okay, interactive chart. So AGIO, I still like the chart. I have a gut feeling about the whole sector, but I could be wrong. Gut feelings are not good to trade on. It looks good. No, that's no good. It feels good. No, that's no good. I like it. That's no good too. You should hate your stocks. Hate goes a lot further in trading. Sorry. Zen. Find the Zen. Okay, GLUU. Let's get real here and do this. So we have, where am I? Oh, I didn't post my out because I had a stop set at 289. So 3,000 at 301. So I got the 25 center right, and that's something I didn't go over yesterday's masterclass, was trading on the quarters. But I talk about it so often that I think people get it anyway. But it should be in that class. 3,000 at 301. At, now sometimes, you know, these are half a minute behind. 10:30 a.m. 10:13 a.m. 10:13 a.m. Come on, charts. Right here. I had the MACD turned up, then it failed, but it turned up, so I thought I was getting a turn. I had the stock RSI on my side. The volume got massive. The biggest volume of the day. Boom. Literally right after. And I had the squeeze momentum. So I had them all. What I didn't do was I didn't bail. I held it. I didn't follow this rule. I didn't bail 10:13, right? So right here. When this candle failed that candle, I didn't bail. I held. Why'd I hold? Well, I bent the rules because it's a small order. When trading is good, you can make that up in 20 seconds. Tiny order, right, for my account. MACD, I mean, VWAP, I had it. I still did MACD. Stock RSI was turning down, but I had volume. And then volume came off, and I thought, well, you know what, let's write it out because it's really nothing. And then it came down and, you know, hit 283. And I kind of figured, you know, when I left it alone, but I thought, well, let's, anyway, very small amount. Probably shouldn't have left it. Well, I shouldn't have left it. I should have traded out of it and re-entered if I wanted to. The cards never stop. That's the rule. Now, XIV, I broke all kinds of rules here. But long story short, I've traded XIV since the beginning of the stock market. You know. And the best way to explain how you can trade XIV is to look at the chart. You go back to 2008, the Great Recession. Ooh. Do your research on that one. They could have fixed that problem in 2 hours. They fumbled the ball politically. And then they broke the cardinal rule that the founding fathers of the US set in stone. They changed the laws because they fumbled the ball so bad. Like if that happened right now, that amount of money, even then, it was like nothing. And they changed the laws, and now the United States has the Federal Reserve, which was against the law before, deeply entrenched in the equities of the United States of America. What a sad moment. Anyway, since then, take a look at the chart. Now, that's weekly. Forget daily, right? what are the probabilities if I hold XIV that I'm going to lose? I know it's really extended. It's been really extended the whole way. I get it. It can come back to the 20. I get it. Probabilities, you know, are pretty good on my side. And I think the farther we go down the road of financial engineering, to put it in the brightest light I possibly can, this curve here, I think this curve will almost go backwards. It's going to go so high. Yep, I do. You know, I could be wrong. So anyway, yeah, sure, I could pay a price. I could pay, you know, a dear price. It could fail. I mean, the end of the world can come. But for XIV to completely fail and for the markets to completely fail, the whole political and economic system of the planet has to fail. It's different than it used to be. It's not like 08. It's not like, you know, the 20s. We now have what's called an engineered market. There's no gold standard. That's over. There's no laws against the Federal Reserve competing with you as a consumer or as a retail or anybody in the markets. Your competitors, the Federal Reserve, global reserves, banks. So much so that the Bank of Japan owns derivatives. I don't know if ours does or not because they have so many, whatever you call them, shells. But anyway, that's why. So I have no problem. If I get in wrong on XIV, I hold it. And that's just the way it is. And it's rare that I get in wrong, but I got in wrong. I timed it wrong. Well, actually, you know what happened was you know, I mean, really, with XIV, how, like, it looks dramatic on the 5-minute, but you start, you know, come out a bit. And I know it can come off temper. I get it. I get it. I get it. And would I cut if there's further pressure? Maybe I will, you know, but I doubt it. So I won't even go through all the rules I broke. Because actually it wasn't a bad entry. It's just that it turned against me and I broke the rule of not cutting, but I didn't cut because I know my probabilities. Okay. Never lost an XIV trade, I don't think, because you can just hold it forever. It's one of the few ETNs or ETFs that you can actually hold, right? Now, you know, there's all kinds of bears out there that would say, oh, you can't do that. Well, probabilities are pretty high on my side. Okay, AGIO, XIV, GLUU. By the way, that GLUU I like for more than one reason. AGIO I like, XIV I like. Oil. Oil did some really funky stuff today at report time. So I'm in 2/10 size long on an oil trade, and I'm not confident in it. It's now following the algorithm, but it was acting funny. I never seen it act like that before. At EIA report. So you know, it's one of those things that makes an algorithm builder, especially, goes, that's interesting. Because usually when there's that's interesting, anomalies and algorithms, that means there's a change coming. But it could be just, you know, something political, like, I don't know, geopolitical environment. Okay, quarterly masterclasses. We are going to announce the month of August. I'll pretense things this way. The month of August is, for us, is all about getting ready for the 1st of September. So what do I mean? There's a whole bunch of things that we're doing, but we are going to do this every quarter. So we're going to go to a different place every time. If nobody shows up, great. I'll broadcast it. Anyway, either way, whether anybody shows up or not. But we're going to go to a different location every time. So I'm going to be sending out information about that. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that, you know, I'm a Dominican and it says I'm on a runway in Miami. That's pretty funny. Okay, so yeah, that's quarterly master classes. So today might be a red day, one of my first red days for a long time. Because swing trading, I'm out of a lot of my swings, right? The majority of my swings, and my swing trades just rocked the last quarter, especially the last month. July was just out of this world. And so I couldn't lose. I couldn't have a red day because even if I day traded, things rocked. So I was a little bit beside myself there for a minute. That's all it lasted. The swing lists that I've been talking about. So there's the watch lists that we've been building, or the reviews of the trades that we do. I actually started them last night, and I figure it's going to be close to a week before I get the full watch list out, because there's a lot to go through. I kind of figured it would take a bit. So what I'm doing is I'm taking all the swing trades we've flagged, all the chart setups that we've flagged over the last couple of months, and I'm going through them, flagged by the way that we put them on the midday. Which, by the way, so to make it easier for future, what I've done, I've taken this actually a step further. This is kind of cool. There's so much work to do, but that's what these little announcements are for, to kind of tell you what we're doing here, because there is there's a plan, there's a process behind all this. Why is the internet so slow right now? That's what I'd like to know. All my beach music. What kind of music Kurt listens to? Okay, videos. Yeah, let's go there for a sec. So what I've decided to start doing is this right here. I'm pretty excited about this. It takes a lot of work though. IPOs, washouts, regain, the ones that are in there. This one wasn't that detailed. I thought I did a pretty detailed one. Maybe it just felt more detailed. But the point is, they're all listed there, where, instead of just a few and what they are, right? A lot easier when you go and consolidate yourself a few lists or dig in for stuff. And of course, on my trading view, ideas published, there's 748 charts there. And people can even visit my trading view and see them. Oh, mind you, some of them are locked. That's true too. Like you wouldn't see all of them, of course. But yeah, anyway, I'm really excited about that because for our investment fund that I started trading today, by the way, that XIV trade had an investment fund side to it. AGIO did too. Which, by the way, when I report share amounts, that's on my personal. That's not on the investment fund. That's private. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So that list, the consolidated list of swings that I'm going to bring, not into just swings, but into day trading. I'm really excited about that because it's the last couple months' work, and we've got some excellent stuff in there. So that's going to be a smoking list, but it's going to take about a week. Okay, next one. So masterclass charting that I can show you, and midday reviews, which is what we're doing right now, charting that I can show you is different. On the middays, I can't show you the algo charting because the middays, even though they are not published public right now, they will be released publicly a lot faster than the masterclass. The masterclass has to be completely finished. It takes a month to do the class. In the future, it'll be faster, for the trips, right? 4 days, 3 or 4 days of masterclass, 3 days probably. But anyway, the point is that the signals, the trading signals of the algorithms would get out there faster than they would expire, right? The charts. So in our masterclass, we're going to be looking at these algorithms in great detail. in the midday reviews, these mid setup reviews, trade setups, we won't be looking at. So that explains that. And I think you understand why. Reporting cycles will increase on what? What was that on? I'm not sure what that was on. Sales pitch. I'm supposed to give you a sales pitch on our swing trading platform because it rocks. And nobody can deny that it rocks. Oh, that was because the day trades have sucked air really badly. And I'm also supposed to give you a sales pitch on two other things. There's a price increase coming September, and Sartaj, I think, is still working on getting that out. He's got a deadline this weekend, I think, but the actual increase is September. And the other sales pitch is we have confirmed that we do have a crypto algo. It does test. It's going through second gen right now, and it should be ready for September 1st. And those are all the announcements. Wow, we ate up 34 minutes. Mind you, I was 8 minutes late. Thanks for sitting through all that. Hopefully I didn't lose anybody. Oh, good Lord. Did the charting really crash? Did the whole room crash? Are you guys still in the room? Oh, great. Hi, Chris. Hi, Greg. I feel like I'm on the moon without it crashing. What about the actual charting? Did it crash? I'm getting DMs. Oh, no, it didn't. Look at that. It's for the oil room. Sorry, guys. Holy, what a distracting day. Sorry, I have had so many in my previous life, in my corporate life. Pardon me. You have assistants and people helping you and stuff, right? You work hard, but you work hard in a different way. It's not tasks. It's thinking and delegating. Now I'm like, I'm tasked out. I need like 8 arms. Wow, allergies. Okay, I'm just rebooting the oil room. Take half a minute. Okay, oil room, boot up. Oh, I'm supposed to tell you about the reporting. That's what it was. That's what I was confused about there. Our reporting has been kind of the last month, ever since I left the country and decided to be a digital nomad. It's been really off because we had the internet problem for a week or two. And then I got sick from diving from the pressure and just all kinds of things, right? But anyway, we're going to have it completely, we're going to have the rhythm back. We have a plan. You need a PA. What's a PA? Personal assistant. I need to retire, period. I'm 24 months away. And then I'm going to come on the mic once a month and, anyway. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to send you guys, I'm going to report, maybe once a month live or something, but I'm going to be like in those chipmunk suits and stuff, jumping from cliffs and stuff. That's the way I'm going to retire. I ain't going out quiet. Okay, next. There's no way this boy's going out quiet. Music, we don't need music. What is this? Oh, that's that, yeah. Okay, so let's do the charts, I guess, hey? Yeah, I think those are all the updates. So it all comes down to subscribe to everything, because I need to retire sooner than later. That would greatly help. And especially the algorithms in the swing, because they rock, and day trading lately has really been tough. The master classes I'm really excited about, because as of today, we are going through things that the retail folks that are out there, you know, I just got to say it really quick, and I'm not going to rant. I went through, it was like I buried it last night. Like I went through like this, you know, like when you emotionally bury something. My Twitter feed, and I apologize for being kind of negative, but I got, you know, they reported to me, the technicians reported to me on all the analytics and how it all works. The retail market, and, you know, how it all works. Technology now helps, you know, people like me understand why, you know, because this happens, right? All day long. Like when I talk to, you know, the best of the best traders, or I talk to institutional folks, you know, like I have meetings every night now. Like tonight I got endless meetings in person, you know, dinners with the investment pool people, right? They come in. And, you know, and this is how people, you know, that's how people talk. They literally just say, well, they're stupid, they deserve it. Like literally just out of, like in contempt, right? But in a way, you got it. Like, I really respect the people, the subscribers that we have, because, well, you know, I can't divulge anything, but, you know, our average subscriber is an average, right? So they're, you know, they're high performing people in different ways, right? So, you know, immediately high functioning people you have to have respect for, because they obviously try hard in life and that kind of stuff, right? I'm not talking just, you know, naturally gifted people. I'm talking people that just work their ass off for life in different ways. So I have respect for that, but I also really have respect for the people that are in our team, because they're obviously trying harder than the average, right? Does that make sense? So, but it's really tough to watch people lose all day long. Like, I'm not talking about our members, I'm talking about everything else that's out there, and the stuff that comes to me on my DM and stuff. Just, and it's like you just want to be like, how do I answer? You know, and it's just, it doesn't stop. And then you just get to a point where it's just like, oh, you know, and so people get, you know, on the winning side, they just give up on them if they ever did have, you know. So I had to bury it last night. So that's what I did there. So, you know, our platform, we're gonna, you know, we're never gonna give up on the platform. We're never gonna give up on the goal. But at some point, you got to be like, okay, I can't take every second of my energy every day to try and help. You know, I don't know how to explain that any better. It means I have a lot of respect for you guys. Okay, let's do this. We got 20 minutes. Yeah, it's not a saving thing. It's a, you just want to, you know, you want to end on a good note, right? I'd like to like end on a bang. 24 months, boom, kill it. You know, win the freaking Stanley Cup of trading, and you know, high five everybody, and, you know, go off into the sunset, and, you know, fly around in a chipmunk suit, and, you know, do stupid things as an old person. Yeah, it's probably the French in me. That's probably the problem. French people are really dramatic, very dramatic. They all rant. They're all dramatic. I don't know any French. I'm just saying I'm French, like born French, French and Icelandic. Okay, so that's a lot of yabbering today. Let's do this. Gold's up a little bit today, so it's, you know, we're going to look at these charts in masterclass. I'm just going to look at the list quick, see if there's anything here. TDW, out of bankruptcy. So yeah, this is the other part. But the other problem right now is the swings. Like everything's kind of funky because of earnings, right? So your normal setups aren't your normal setups. Earnings are tougher. NOVN's off today, heavy. ADOM, that doesn't surprise me, off heavy. Just because of the, it could be up or down. SPWR doesn't, surprise me because that chart was screaming, that chart was screaming that there was good stuff coming. Day rats are the best. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many people have told me that, hey, like when I go right off, when I completely lose my mind and black out, and after they're like, that was the best part of my week, or that was the best part of my day. That's the only thing that makes it better, because you're feeling very deficit of good character at the time, and yeah, and then people are like high-fiving you. SPWR. In fact, a few folks have said that was the only way that I got through to them, was to get really angry at them or rant or whatever, like to shake them up. But because I've had some real doozies with coaching. More than one has told me to go F myself because I don't let go, right? Dig my teeth in. SPWR. Weren't we convinced that this was like, even this weekly chart? Look at that, the 20 through the 50. This is just coming off. This is still going. Look at it's on support right now. It's on natural support right now. The 20 is coming through the 50 on the weekly. What caused it to come off? That's the question. It's 20%. That's awesome. Are we going to get a bounce? Let's see, daily. SPWR. Look at this. What's going on here? Wow. And it comes off on the news. That's crazy. See, the chart knew it. The chart didn't know that it would come off. The chart knew that we were moving forward. Good vibrations. The charts always know. So this is like the #1 watch right now. I'll tell you why. Because when this had everything about the setup's perfect. It comes off with the news. It's good. It gets you, a deal. You're up over the 200. The weekly looks fantastic. Everything screams, wait for it to bounce and go, and hard. Don't let it go. Now it is solar, so you do get that one, little tweak of, it can kind of be like trading, I don't know, a commodity, right? Because it is kind of a commodity in a way. But boy, that's a good one. Really good. So how do we set the alarm on this one? We want to stock RSI. It always knows first. Stock RSI, crossing stock RSI. Okay. I just changed the air conditioning here, so if my mic changed and it's all wrecked, let me know, please. I'm changing it again here. Okay, this one is smoking good. So I'm even going to send, this is one of the better setups I've seen. I'm even going to set one on the value part, just in case I miss stock RSI. Because for some reason I've been missing those MACDs or stock RSIs. I don't know if it's because I'm setting them wrong. I know I always get these. But anyway, you get the point. SPWR, smoking cool, very good. You don't want to miss this one. I'm telling you right now. I would put this one, on your fridge. on your glasses. Okay, so that's SPWR. Then we got, what else came off? Did I see that right? AEGN? Did I see that in here? I did. Is this not one? Oh, that's on our, well, let's take a look. I can't remember the chart. Somebody trying to yabber at me in here? All right, I got to spend some time with that. It's kind of embarrassing, right? Because it's obviously very simple. Why today? There's something going on with the internet today. It's okay, Kurt, relax. That SPWR, that was worth the whole hour. That was awesome. AEGN. Wow. And SPWR, if it wasn't solar, man, I'd almost go all in on that one when it's ready. But it's solar, so you have to be careful. Not that there's anything wrong with solar, it's just, I'm fighting for the word, I can't remember the word, but. Okay, AEGN, so this was earnings disaster, was it? Wow, earnings, you can't win, you can't lose, right? You lose, and you win, you lose. Like SPWR. I don't know, you know, it's, you could say, okay, well, let's trade it through, it's at support, but it's under the 200, and it's just, that SPWR, that one rocks. Okay. My drawings, yeah. I gotta fix that. I have other accounts coming. We're restructuring that too. There's a bunch of stuff. Our to-do, well, it's 5 pages this month, my to-do list. Did you know that if you get caught smoking marijuana in the Dominican, it's 1 year before you even go to court? You serve 1 year in prison before you even go to court for possession of marijuana. So I was going to say, I need a little help with some pills or something to stay up for the next month. But we're going to get the list done. I'm just high on life anyway. Okay, let's do this. Kurt, focus. AEGN, RRC, TNC, CSTE. We've looked at CSTE before. I'm looking for any that I know that were good charts, right? ADOM, that's low float stuff. That you got to be really good to trade that stuff. Now, let's look at this really quick because yeah, you don't see marijuana here. You don't see drugs here. It's weird. Like the perception of this place is off, I think. I haven't seen one incident, one police car, one police motorbike, one arrest, one fight, one disorderly anything since I've been here. And in Canada, I'd go for a walk at, like I do here in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you'd see all kinds of stuff. Now, sure, I was in a big city there. ADOM. Yeah. On the right day, I'd be in the right mood for that, but maybe I will once it gets going. I have to trade some of those. That one's on my watch list for that occasion. Those are the only ones that jump out at me. I guess NOVN jumps out at me too. I can't remember how that chart looked. Let's take a look here. Oh, you know what though? My dog deserved that. What's really interesting here is there's guards everywhere, right? With guns. Doesn't matter where you go. I went to a restaurant last night. Nice, beautiful restaurant. And, like, nice. Like, worth millions. and like not fancy, but you know, you could just tell, like big, right? I was looking around thinking, you know, who owns this place? And it was an expat, but there was 5 guards there that I could see from my table, different places in the restaurant. But big place, right? But everywhere you go, like all the condo facilities, everything's got armed guards everywhere you go. And I asked one of the locals why, and he said it's for the tourists, because the tourists have a perception. Now, if you took those guards away, I don't know what would happen. But my dog did deserve it. My dog chased the guard dog, well, got into a scrap with the guard dog, and then chased the guard dog and the guard half a block and cornered them. And the guard had his hand on his gun. There's me. What? Oh. Could have been bad. Okay, what else is going on here? So, WMLP, anybody know anything about this one? Trading 392, up 30%. Westmoreland Resource Partners. There is the contempt, though, that you see with some people, but not like, I'll tell you, when I was in Bahamas, everybody there, like somebody serving a hamburger, you know, and the hamburgers are like $25. They would serve it to you like they were, you worked for them. Everywhere I went in the Bahamas, didn't matter where I went. Everybody was like, wow, banged right into the 200. For fun, when I have time, I search the symbol right on Twitter and stuff, and then I look at who was pumping right at the end there. Tells you a lot about the character of the guru, right? And it's probably a low flow too. Yeah. Yeah. But Panama. In Panama, like I'm in the Dominican right now. In Panama, Panama's like Western culture was like North America was in like the 60s and 70s in terms of like the attitude. Everybody's working together. Panama's everybody's happy. Every single person you meet, positive, happy. Yeah. Dominican, what you've got is you've got a broken country, right? You've got the Haiti side. So you got the immigrant Haitians, and they have they're you know, you look in their eyes and you see it. It's different. But the classes, you know, the classes are wide divergence too, right? There's no middle class. SYX, that's interesting. It's not my chart style. Okay, let's move. Let's do this quick. We got 4 minutes. ONCE. But Panama, I'll tell you, if there's a city, Panama City, even outside of the city, great people. What's oil doing? Oil's still hanging out. ONCE. So these are, you know, we're getting back to this same scenario as yesterday. Now, by the way, I did list all those, right? Boot up against this 200. So this is the same scenario as yesterday. SPR, identically the same. So they're getting their pops on earnings. You could almost go through them and just short each pop. Now I noticed FSLR is off today. Day 4. I had marked it, right? PMC, that's interesting. Right on its 200. I'll stop if I see a chart that's smoking cool. But the thing is, like, what do you do with these, right? The shorts cover and it gets a pop, and then, you know, 9 out of 10 of those are going to deflate up against this 200. The ones that are up against the 200 are going to come off. So it's like, how do you trade these? But that SPWR, now there must be some kind of fundamental reason for that happening. Like, was it just sell the news, the good news? Very odd. I guess the shorts, well, I don't know. Papa John's, that's interesting. That's an interesting chart. That is actually an interesting chart. You know, if this is the kind of thing you want to watch or you're into, and it's a trending chart. That's actually a pretty cool chart. It's got symmetry too. Interesting. I'm going to mark this one. I'm going to just alarm it. So if it crosses the 200. Oh, sales were down with SPWR? Is that what I'm seeing? Pizza. It's pizza. Crossing value. Well, value crossing 200. I still like the chart. Sales down or not, or whatever's going on. Frequency, value, 200. Love the chart. Love the whole setup at SPWR. Okay, so that's pizza. So that's why it's down. Well, that makes sense. Of course. Being a little sarcastic, right? Their sales are down, so their sales are going to be down. I get it, right? Industry, but decent chart. Oh, look at that. Dang. Sorry, I got to do this properly. Why did that alarm? It's not crossing the 200 right now. Add alert. Pizza crossing the 200, and my mind, because I haven't had pizza since I left. Pizza would be good. Great. I haven't had pizza for 7 weeks. Wow. Man, I've lost a lot of weight since I got here. Eating so healthy. Wow, it's doing it again. Okay. Obviously, I don't understand. So let's just do this. 80, 70. Add alert. I need a training session on how to use this properly. Okie dokie. Gotta remember, I used to trade off a newspaper. Seriously. XENT 3050. Oh, pizza. I haven't had pizza. I haven't had anything processed since I got here. Nothing. Even that pineapple shrimp I made the other night. That sweet and sour sauce I made from scratch. And like no crap at all in it. The crappiest thing was the rice. MTW. Yeah. LOPE. The smoking though, smoking's gotta go. This weekend, I'm going to move to cigars because they're healthier. I just think I'll smoke less. OTEL. And the diving, you know what? You get, like, I'm getting to the point where it's like, it's affecting it. Wow, look at that. There's your potash. Intrepid. You probably told me about this one before, hedge. One of the most loyal communicators in the world is Hedgehog. I mean that earnestly, like he's on top of stuff all the time. Because I don't say very many earnest things, right? I'm so sarcastic. I think you just get that way when you get old. It's hard not to be. Wow, look at that chart. It's out of the bowl. And strongly out of the bowl. And oh, too bad it's potash. Like, and it's, I don't have anything against potash. It's just like, you know, it's like solar. It's like oil. It's like, dang it. It's such a good chart. Hedgehog probably knows all about these guys. I'll tell you, the chart says something's going on. Oh, earnings are going on. What is this? Say after market, maybe? Oh, beautiful. Dang it. Wow. What a chart. Unbelievable. It's up out of the bowl. What do you do here? You put it on watch, or you roll the dice on the earnings. But man, I'd be careful with that. I do that very rarely. Mind you, I nailed the 3 that I've done this year. I nailed Google and Amazon last earnings season, and Netflix this earnings season. It's my job to tell you when I win, and my job to tell you when I lose. And I killed those. Intrepid Potash. Oh, good Lord. I would love to be the hero on this and take, but you know, it's not my process. So what, like, how do I, weekly, how's the weekly? Oh, I'll just save it. That's what I'll do. That does it. Wow. And, you know, Nick's probably like, I told Kurt about this 5 times. Publish idea, IPI. Everything's beyond technical analysis in my mind. I don't know if you guys ever seen those T-shirts back in the '80s. Coconut Joe, a legend in his own mind. They were my favorite. Okay, I used to wear those, very proud. Yeah, the commodities. Hey, it's almost time, I think. Well, we have September as time price cycle ending the market, which means, you know, things should start shifting right now. Like movement. I don't know what it is, but it's there. There's a major cycle ending. Okay, so that's Intrepid. Man, if commodities really get going, like if we get like an extended commodity happy time, I've always made so much money during those times. I don't know why. It just gets really consistent. And that's without like a really disciplined process. You know, it's a process, but not really disciplined. Always done very well. I don't like this chart. The way it handled the 200. LL. Dang. I was going to hold some too. I was going to get really, all the shoulda, woulda, couldas, eh? Yesterday I had 3 shoulda, woulda, couldas. Today, this one. Kicking myself for that. I knew it too. Like it was all over my watch list. It was front and center. I was screaming it right from open. I hit it. I knew it in the gut. Technically, it was there too. That was my bulldog. That wasn't me. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have any that you want me to look at quick. If you need advice on any, It's exactly 1 hour in, so I've used up my hour. We do have masterclass today at 2 o'clock. I expect today's to be 1 hour long, 2 to 3, and then tomorrow's to be an hour and a half. Today we're going to work on the first part of the natural gas, but there'll be enough to trade there by the time we're done. Wow, I almost want to tear when I look at that chart, LL. It's terrible. Anyway, we do have a great crew, and thanks very much for being the crew you guys are. Cook everything with tequila. Sorry, I just got to read all this. Yeah, crazy. Vaporizers make it worse. And you should. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, right? No, it doesn't work. It's from rolling around the grass with my dog and it's being dumb. Okay, well, awesome. We'll see you at 2 o'clock. It'll be 2 to 3. It'll be out at 3 o'clock exactly. I won't be late. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, no, we're good. I got to get back in this oil room here and see what's going on. See you at 2 o'clock. Thanks.